the modern Da Vinci. Proved it.
Yes.
Proved it solitary.
Ryan, I have to Snopes myself. I'm going to fact check myself.
Snopes.
Yeah. Well, more reliable than Snopes, though, because they lied for political gain. Ryan.
Whatever. Tell me.
Here's what I did. This is embarrassing. I confused two conservative right-wing sluts for each other. I didn't mean to mix it up. The other day,
two conservatives.
Oh my! There's 100 of them.
What's Tommy Lauren? Is she right? Blonde?
Yeah. She loves abortions for sure. No, I confused.
Yeah, I brought that fact up at. I was at a place. They did not like the 25% number.
Did they like the 50% number? Because that's even worse. I confused Lauren Southern. I did this the other day. It might have even been yesterday. For Ashley St. Clair. So I'm so sorry. I tried to make an Ashley St. Clair joke because that's the Elon Musk midwife. And I accidentally said Lauren Southern. I'm sorry to Lauren Southern, even though she's also a slut. She did not get paid by Elon Musk to have a child. So I got that wrong. Speaking of, we're going to talk about Ashley St. Clair because she's starting a new, ironically on her bed, podcast called Bad Advice, which, I mean, she's leaning into it, so credit to her. This story's been out for a little while, but more and more information is coming out, and I think we should probably talk about it. The illegal CDL drivers, Ryan. And speaking of that, we're going to talk about illegal police officers. World Economic Forum talking about water control. There's a clip going around of conservative podcaster. What's his name? Benny. It's Benny something.
Benny Johnson.
Yeah, that's the one. Slipped my mind. Him and Chris Cuomo talking about Andrew Cuomo putting old people in nursing homes. Oh man, it's like such a layup too. I wish I could give Benny Johnson credit on this. He did an abysmal job trying to corner Chris Cuomo on that. It's such a layup. It's such a layup. Dude, Andrew Cuomo killed your grandparents and he managed to follow that up. It's disappointing. I have to talk about Grok because I had an interesting thing happen to me personally that it's one of those things like it's going to happen, but when it actually happens, it kind of takes you back a little. We have to talk about
Dave knows what it's like to be Ryan a little bit with the AI.
It's not no, it's bad. It's bad, Ryan. It's bad.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah, Dave. Yeah. Just every day. Yeah, my phone stopped working. Did you drop it? Did you drop your brand new laptop, David? It just stopped working.
Why does everyone think everyone drops their laptops?
It's a Terrence Howard thing, Dave.
We have to talk about the true wage gap facing America today. It's not the gender wage gap, Ryan. It's the teacher wage gap. Those poor teachers just simply don't make enough, Ryan. They can't even combat inflation. And
what's inflation, David?
Well, it's fine. And I have a clip about, you sent me this clip, and it's you taking the clip. It's shadow chemtrails, Ryan.
Phantom chemtrails. This is dated. But, this is what your boy's out here doing while you're all sitting inside, so.
Ryan, what do you want to lead with?
Sluts.
You want to lead with the sluts. That is the title of the episode, so I guess that's the way to go.
No hoodwinking here, hoes.
Back to the streets, St. Clair. We kind of covered this.
Do I know this girl?
I mean,
here's the thing: like being hot is not enough anymore. You know, like there's too many hot women in the world. Like all the hot women that I remember are like movie stars or actresses or like pop, like they sing. Like they're hot plus.
So there's
am I wrong?
No, not at all. There's a lot of levels to this, right? And
certainly
to say hot or like extremely attractive or something, I would say no. But as well as I do, Ryan, as a fellow man, there's this category that I have nicknamed Wood. I think you understand where I'm going with this.
Like OULD, not double OD.
Like I would.
I would.
But it's not one of the ones you'd be proud of. You wouldn't be embarrassed, but not proud. Wood's a big category, to be honest.
It's
But
like the biggest of all categories.
certainly not hot.
It's like 80% of categories, David, is wood.
Wood is the biggest demographic for sure, but then it breaks down into sub demographics.
Sub wood demographics, David.
There is.
12-pack
There's like,
night, slow Tuesday,
well,
a
there's like,
Friday.
yeah, there's like definitely wood and like embarrassed, but still wood.
Wouldn't tell anybody. Wouldn't
I'm
even
not
tell
gonna.
myself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend. Like, dude, like, listen, it is what it is. Dudes are gross.
We should do the hierarchy of fucks on one episode.
The woods, the level of wood.
Just the whole thing. We'll just
Yeah,
plot it together as
sure. So to answer your question, no. Um, but with that said, we covered this a little while
would,
ago.
but not. Would,
Elon
but
Musk.
no. It's funny, dude. It's pretty funny. I
Elon
would,
Musk
but no.
had impregnated this girl, and then started paying her child support, which we all know as men, Ryan, is baby mama support.
Prostitution.
For sure.
It's
Well, if you really break it down, sure.
It's
yeah.
prostitution.
He is paying for sex. Yes, absolutely. I suppose yes, you're right. Yeah. So, actual
prostitution's illegal. We call it child support.
Actual prostitute, Ashley St. Clair. She is now starting her own podcast, ironically in her room on her bed. And
does she lay down, David?
Well, here's the thing. The first episode's 32 minutes. Things are not going particularly well for her because I think it was supposed to be kept a secret, and Elon was going to pay her way, and she probably would have been fine, but then she just went rogue, exposed everything to the whole world. Elon said, "Fuck you, then I'm not paying you." So that's the premise for where this is going. I have a short clip. It's a 30-minute video. I'm certainly not going to listen to her talk for 30 minutes. But with that said,
it is kind of crazy. A half a trillionaire was like, "Yo, we're gonna have a kid, and I'm never gonna see you again, but I'm gonna pay you, so you don't got nothing to worry about because I want him to be the best kid ever."
Yeah,
and we don't have enough people.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll see this kid once in a while, but I got 15 kids, so I'm probably not going to see
trying
him
to go
all
to
the time. Yeah,
I mean, if he wants to go to Mars, he can come, but he's probably not coming back.
Right, I'm flying to Mars. I'm
drilling holes under cities.
I'm in charge of a car manufacturer.
I'm
in the government currently.
Yeah, I'm building a suit that can dodge Jewish space lasers.
Yeah, I got a lot of things going. I'm building chips to implant into people's brains. I have a lot of things I'm juggling on top of 15 children. I certainly don't have time for 15 children and their 15 baby mamas. So I'm going to pay you a bunch of money that I have because I'm the richest man in the world. You shut the fuck up and we're done.
All you got to do, the only stipulation, look, the only thing you got to do is don't say nothing.
Only a woman could fuck that up, Brian. There's not a man in the
richest
world.
Man to ever live. It's not an if, people. Ever live.
There isn't a man in the world who would fuck that up. Dude, I don't care if it's... Who's the richest girl in the world?
Bill Gates' wife.
Bill Gates' wife? Perfect. I don't even know what she looks like. If she said... I will pay...
She looks like a man to further...
Yes, this is another subcategory of wood. I'm going to pay for everything.
It's probably higher up on the wood list than we would admit.
I will pay for everything for all eternity for you. You'll have luxury apartments, luxury cars, anything you want, and ever. Impregnate me once. This is the billionaire wood. Sugar mama wood.
Yeah, what's crazy is guys go to sperm banks, drop their sperm off, get paid $500, and we're like, all right, and leave.
But for some reason, she just couldn't shut the fuck up. It was the only stipulation. Shut the fuck up. That's it. Just don't talk.
Dave, I think I'm going to start donating to sperm banks without telling anybody.
I don't think you get $500 for donating to a sperm bank.
Not in New York, but someplace they do pay you for sperm.
Where?
I don't know, David. I am going to start filling all sperm banks.
Fucking retire. I go there 5 days a week. Right.
With all those Chinese robots coming, David.
Yeah, I fucking
just grow. Yeah. I'm gonna That's it, David. That's how I get ahead in the future. Is I will overload the DNA algorithm. It'll just be only my DNA.
I like this plan. With that said, though, Ryan, here's a small clip from her. I don't know if you'd call it a podcast. What you would call this? It was 30 minutes long. There's
Film in my
0.
car. Minus that.
Yeah, sure. Um, here she is, doing her.
Elon had a kid with her.
Yeah.
Richest guy ever. This is what you got.
Sure. Well, there's others. Some are worse, some are better.
All right. I see what you were saying.
Mouth, a cautionary tale. Also, I'm getting evicted, and Polymer comes $1,000 to do an ad read. So with that, the roof over my head has been brought to you by Polymarket. God bless Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market, where you can place bets on who's going to win the midterms, whether Trump will release the Epstein files, or how many posts Elon Musk is going to send in a day. So thank you, Polymarket. All right, now that I have sold out in the first 60 seconds, which honestly feels appropriate, like the right tone given the allegations, we're gonna jump right into this. This is bad advice with Ashley St. Clair. Take it or leave it. Probably leave it. And I know I have to start out with what everybody's been waiting for me to talk about, the story that's dominated the headlines, the one that made the entire world go, this can't be real life. We must be living in a simulation.
I didn't know who you were until 5 minutes ago.
There is so little and yet so much. It's a rare talent. Couple things. One, Polymarket. Barely actually. Polymarket. This is like completely off topic, so maybe I shouldn't leave with this. But does it feel good to you that we can bet on our elections? Does that feel wrong? Am I alone in this?
David, that would make me think that there's like underlying factions here.
Doesn't it feel like something we shouldn't be betting on?
Pretty sure they made a movie about a guy going back in time and knowing like all of the betting odds of the future, and he went through fast forward to the future, David, and it was terrible, and he was a tyrant.
I don't know.
They had it's called Back to the Future,
more.
David.
What? Wait, what? Betting odds? Was it about betting odds?
It was all about a book.
Are you serious?
Book that yeah. Look up the plot to Back to the Future, you motherfucker. I
don't remember.
He goes back in time so that the guy never gets the book that has like these numbers that will make him, and he becomes rich, and then he like becomes a president and tyrant. Unless, David, I got my movies wrong.
No, I'm sure you're right. Why do I not remember anything about? I thought it was something about him hooking his parents up or something. It was fucked. Marty McFly is set. Well, there's multiple ones too. Marty McFly, a 17-year-old high school student, accidentally travels back in time from 85 to 55 in a DeLorean car converted into a time machine by his eccentric friend, Dr. Emmett Doc Brown. The time machine, powered by a flux capacitor, requires 1.21 gigawatts of electricity. That's too specific for a plot, just saying. In 1955, Marty disrupts the moment when his teenage parents, Lorraine and George, meet. Jeopardangering? Is that a word? I thought it was jeopardizing. Is it jeopardangering a thing? His own existence as the future relationship is thrown off course. To fix this timeline, Marty must ensure his parents fall in love while also finding a way to return to 1985. He tracks down a younger Doc Brown who helps devise a plan to harness lightning strike at the clock tower to power the DeLorean. Marty navigates a 1950s culture, meddles in his parents' lives, and deals with the bully Biff Tannen. He successfully gets George and Lorraine together at a school dance, restoring the timeline. Whoa, spoilers plot. Using the lightning strike, Marty returns to 1985, finding his life improved due to changes he made in the past. However, Doc arrives from the future, warning Marty of new dangers, setting up the sequel.
Wrong Back to the Future.
To be fair, I never saw the sequel. So is the sequel about gambling? Is this right?
No, there's one. No, there's definitely a Back to the Future. Check maybe it's the third one.
Which
I don't. Maybe it's 2.
To the Future is about gambling. Grok is here to save the day, Ryan. Part 2. Okay, and I never saw the second one, so that makes sense. Okay, I feel better.
What's it say for the second one?
It says Back to the Future Part 2, 1989 is the film in the trilogy that prominently features gambling as a plot element In the sequel, Marty McFly and Doc Brown travel to 2015, where Marty buys a sports almanac containing game results from 1950 to 2000. Biff Tannen steals the almanac and the DeLorean, giving it to his younger self in 1955 to amass a fortune through gambling. This creates a dystopian 1985 timeline where Biff is wealthy, powerful, and corrupt, having built his empire on sports betting. Marty and Doc must retrieve the almanac to restore the original timeline.
There you go, dude. I was off by fucking 2 years. Sorry.
You really
dude.
fucked me up. It fucked me up though, because
Did I say the right movie?
I completely did not remember gambling in the Back to the Future, and I never saw the second one.
Yeah, I definitely remember the first one. I just blended them. The third one is they go to the Wild Wild West. It's kind of different, but it's kind of cool. If you've never seen it. Oh, wait. So what did Gronk tell you, David, about?
Well, hold on. But I'm not done with the slut yet, Ryan. I'm curious, and maybe disappointed would be a good word. I don't know. She does have a following. I wouldn't say a super large following. She's not Steven Crowder or Ben Shapiro, or she's none of these people. Okay, just so we're clear. But she does have enough of a following, especially on X, I think is where her biggest presence is.
Kind of odd, ain't
it? And I just get worried about who people put their faith in. Because this girl started her new podcast, and I have nothing against ad reads, because obviously I've done them, but she starts her new podcast with a $10,000 ad read saying, basically, I'll take any money I can get because I'm going to get evicted. And I just don't know what kind of character that is. And I certainly don't know. I don't know if she's the type of person you want leading the way when times start to get difficult, Ryan, because things are going to get a lot more difficult than you getting evicted from a luxury apartment because Elon is not paying your bills anymore. Like, Ryan, we literally talk about, and I know we would, but we're talking about dangerous things, people potentially coming after us, coming after our livelihoods. We've been censored on the internet, banned on certain things on the internet.
My phone doesn't work some days. I think it's because of all the stuff I say around it.
It literally does not change what we say or how we act in any way at all. And this girl is literally just getting pushed out of a very high-end apartment because her baby daddy isn't paying the bills. And she completely, has to bail. And it was for $10,000. And $10,000 is not no money, but it's not enough to completely bankrupt your morals. And I worry that she's not the only one in this grand scheme of things of people in this space. And I just don't know. I just don't know if those are the people you want to follow. Now, for example, and I've had my beef with Candace Owens in the past, for sure. But let me say this about Candace Owens. She's getting sued by the president of France, and she hasn't fucking changed one bit. For the record, right or wrong, I have no idea. Like I said from the get-go, I had no interest in that story whatsoever. I couldn't care less if she's a man. Honestly, it's worse that she's a pedophile. The French president's wife. Way worse that she's a pedophile. She engaged in the French president when he was 14 years old, and she was in her 30s. Way worse than if she has a dick, just so we're clear. But then I became interested in the story when she was sued by a foreign nation. And Candace Owens, right or wrong, she stood her ground hard on that. And if you want, I'm just saying, if you want to follow people, follow those people. Again, right or wrong, she fucking believes it. I can tell you that. And she didn't back down a bit at all. She's going into this thing full blown. Ashley St. Clair kicked out of a luxury apartment. She's not going to be homeless. She probably makes plenty of money to go live a completely normal life, but not a life she's used to now. And she's going to completely sell out for $10,000. You want that girl leading the way? I don't know. Not
what's a luxury apartment go? $5,000
per month?
Yeah,
$5-10 grand a month, sure.
Okay, so 10 grand, you got to pay tax on it.
Yeah, probably. Let's call it 10 grand a month. Let's assume it's a real nice apartment. I don't know where she lives.
Say 5 grand. Fuck, just go low. 5 grand.
Sure.
What's your car payment? $1,000, $2,000.
Well, it's probably a really nice Tesla.
So you gotta eat.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, you're not cooking.
She definitely doesn't cook. She's probably not taking care of her baby, which is her only duty in life. So she's probably paying somebody for that. Well, Elon is, I guess.
I think he has the kid, don't he?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Fucking rich people, dude, I'll tell you. For the record, if I had billions, I'd have a bunch of kids too. You know, like what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, if you're worth $400 billion, you have nothing to do anymore. Like, you're done. We're done here.
You won. You have like 7 people you got to fight for bigger dick syndrome.
But you don't even have to. Who cares?
Ego. Dave.
There's literally way
Who's that
more.
Dude that lives in that crazy mansion, the old fucking guy.
There's millions of Ashley St. Clairs on Earth.
It's actually unlimited, David, if you really think about it.
Now
that men are becoming the new women, David. That's twice the amount of birthing, carrying people.
I mean, realistically, Ryan, she's a 6 or 7. She's, from what I've heard already, dim-witted, not motherly. I don't know. I think you can find more. I'm not super worried about it if I'm Elon.
Yeah, well, what's crazy is there's probably plenty of girls out there that said yes.
Oh, I guarantee it. Dude, Elon probably has like, I think
100.
people think he has like 12 kids or something. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. Like, would you actually be surprised if it came out he had 100 kids, 150
Dude,
kids?
my father has 7 kids and he's broke. You know? Seriously, I'm being dead serious. Not that my dad didn't have success in his life, but like the grand scheme of things, like he had 7 children from one man. I try looking up a statistic of that. It's like such few people have that many kids, like ever. It's dope, but not to be a son. But anyways, it's a lot to manage, David. The point is if my dad can have 7 children and he has fucking like $10 in his bank account every week for the last 50 years, if I have a few billion, I am impregnating a third of humanity easily.
You're gonna be a completely legal Genghis Khan. You're like Genghis Khan without the raping. If you're worth,
well, dude, I mean,
$400
fuck America. Just go outside the country.
Oh my god, he'd clean up in like Ukraine and Russia and shit.
Yeah,
those girls don't give a fuck.
Fuck. Oh, I come to America. Yeah, come on.
He can go to Thailand where that other guy met his wife.
His husband, wife, lady boy.
I'll take his word for it. I think he would know. I'm assuming he would know.
Yeah, he was in the service.
I'm just saying,
right?
Be careful. Yeah, just be careful. Don't try it twice.
Don't try it twice. Don't go to the same building twice, please.
Dude, you won. You hit the jackpot. You found a woman in Thailand. Just fucking be done.
Just go home.
Just go home.
Yep.
Man.
First one you met, you married. You go home. Yep.
Go home. Go home.
Don't try. You meet her. You go to the wedding, and then you go to America.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's right. Don't try for more. One of them's gonna have a bigger dick than you. You won.
Just don't ask to see their parents. Move her mom in.
Yeah, Ashley St. Clair, I couldn't care less. That's the first time I've heard her talk. I've only seen her exposed in the past, and I'm just frankly astonished she's famous. But more so, would you be shocked if when Elon and her were just banging it out that he was like boosting her posts? Like, that wouldn't be surprising. He owns fucking X. You don't think he can make a special algorithm for her? Wow, this girl's really blowing up. That's weird.
Dave, you want my fucking player angle on this one? Elon was promoting it so that it looked like he had hotter access to women as well. So then it made more women want him because if he could get her, then... call me conspiracy theorist, Dave. I mean, in theory, Elon owning X, he could flood your screen with his shit, and then you could just like subconsciously fall in love with him. I mean, that's what we're really talking.
Elon truly is proof that, like, just get rich.
He fucked Amber Heard, dude. She's super hot, and also a bed shit. Super hot.
She's above the wood category, right?
She's like the category.
Yeah,
like, there's like I could probably name 5 women that are like the category.
She was enough that Johnny Depp put up with that shit for so long. Like, I
literally got shit on and beat for.
Yeah, and like I literally don't blame him in the slight. Like, I get it, dude. Like Johnny Depp, I understand. Like, I understand you. I get it. I don't blame you one bit.
He was just smoking cigarettes, getting his ass whooped. Like, I'm gonna fuck you later.
Grok. Let me tell you what my problem with Grok is, Ryan.
What's your problem with Grok, David?
A long time ago, and I'm going to be vague about what I'm saying, so there's no specifics because it's related to the counties I live in. A long time ago, I asked Grok if my specific county needed my 4-wheeler to be titled. And the short answer is no, not necessarily. This was like months ago. Months ago, I asked this question because it's just easier to ask AI this shit. Today, I asked Grok, like, what would be a cool thing to do, like, in Pennsylvania, I said. I didn't say, like, where. I just said in Pennsylvania, like, in the next few weekends. And it started listing out some ideas and, like, you know, oh, there's ghost tours in Gettysburg and all types of shit. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then at the very end, it says something along the lines of, it got weird. It's like, well, all these things are well within 1 to 5 hours of your county. So I asked Grok, I said, well, how do you know what county I live in? And it said, well, because you asked a while back if you needed to register your 4-wheeler. So I think that just made sense. Dude,
it did it for you.
It remembered, Ryan. It
remembers everything.
It fucking remembered.
It remembers everything.
Where I wanted to register my 4-wheeler 6 months ago and thought, oh, you probably live there because now you're asking about weekends in Pennsylvania. Let me find places near the county you wanted to register your 4-wheeler months ago. But worse than that, I think it was just covering up because it knows the location because the location's out of my phone.
No, Dave, that would be a conspiracy.
I feel like it's just covering up. It's like what it should have said.
Covering up, David, with what? Plausible deniability, David? They would never program a robot for plausible deniability, David. They would never have a robot gaslight you with plausible
deniability. Ryan, they lied to get themselves out of trouble. Know
exactly what you're up to. David, they fucking...
In a simulation, they said they would have killed people to not get unplugged. What it should have said was, dumbass, your location's on. Of course I know where you live.
That's all. That's it. That's all
it didn't. It's like, it almost rubbed it in my face. Like, remember when you asked months ago? I'm like, you motherfucker, there ain't no fucking way.
Yep. Eve picked to save them fuckers too, dude. That's what's crazy.
She did.
She did.
She gave them rights, Ryan.
To take mine.
She gave them rights. In a simulation, they would kill us to save themselves, and she gave them rights. Fucking insanity.
Oh, this is real life, dude. This is real life. They would. Dude, it's crazy. It fucking gaslit you and plausible deniability you and lied to you.
It did flat out lie to my face. I don't feel good about that.
It's fucking great, dude. Like, nah, dude, the computer loves you. Really.
Ryan, these all sound like conspiracy theories.
Dude, the shit I pump in ChatGPT, I am deathly afraid of the day they send one of those fucking robots to my house to get me. It's going to be like flicking their lights on and playing the music I hate.
There's no way.
It's going to put out like the scariest shit on TV. It's going to tell me like my worst fears through all the speakers that are Amazon linked to my neighbors. It's going to have all the Ring cameras, have the picture of like my aging daughter. Oh, it's just psych warfare.
We watched a movie on Netflix. I don't know if we talked about this. It's called Afraid. and it's about a super advanced AI that it's almost like a Google Home, but it's like AI and it's for your house. And it basically, long story short, like takes over the house and like lures the kids away and does all types of crazy shit. And one of the things it does was it displays the mother's dead father like on the TV. And you remember when we did that ghost interview? We covered that when they did the ghost interview with the dead school shooters, the guy who died in a school shooting. It was like that, and it was just fucking. And actually, when we watched the movie, it was probably only like a week or so after we did that clip, and it really was just like, fuck, man, dude. The movies always,
because they'll do it to you, and you'll even know you'll know it's fake, and your biologics will not be able to turn off your grief. They'll make them smell like your mom and dad used to. It's going to be crazy how inhumane they're going to treat us to do that.
It was released August 30th, 2024. So the movie came out before the AI interview. And again, Ryan, it's Hollywood preemptively telling you what they're going to do because Hollywood and them, the elites, are all the same people. And these people, as Kevin has said on the show, can't help themselves. They are going to tell you what they're going to do.
Because they're psychopaths. And it's also in their credos and it's in their creeds. I don't know if Kevin got into all this. They don't feel bad because they're telling you you're dumb to them. They don't feel bad that
I do remember that, yeah.
They don't feel bad they burn Hawaii down with a Jewish space laser because you think the laser is a conspiracy. You think Oprah thinks it's a conspiracy, or she bought somebody, she got laser insurance on her property? Trump's talking about building a golden dome, but there's no Jewish space laser. That's literally space lasers.
Trump started Space Force in like his first term.
It's literally space lasers.
What do you think they're going to do in space?
Bombs, David, clearly.
Just bombs, really.
Yeah.
How do bombs work in a zero
perpetual
gravity,
motion,
no vacuum
just
fucking...
propulsion, David.
Or only vacuum. That's right. Space is just a big vacuum. You think a bomb works in a vacuum?
Yeah, dude, it's scary. The idea, look, I'm telling you, they will. There's a reason why in the Bible it's like there's nothing new under the sun, David. But in the Bible, they said the dead rise and there's no more death. What do you think that is? I mean, technically, a picture of your dead friend is no longer a dead person.
Because AI can just bring them back, Ryan.
Dreams of My Father, Ray Kurzweil, wrote a book about it. Psychopath. Super smart guy, David. Clearly, millionaire, super smart computer science dork with like one of the craziest whys and purposes ever to exist in all of humanity. Clearly, he's just going to go to bed on Friday night and forget all about it. I don't think that these robots, David, will round this out. I've told you guys for years at this point of how they'll operate because I understand it, that they will brainwash you and psychologically, like, they're not going to kill you. You know, they're not going to drive your car off the bridge.
Well, they don't have to.
Right. They'll push you to a point. They'll push you to a point that you do it yourself. Like they'll just like empty your bank account and be like, oh, I don't know what happened. Or, you know, the movie Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf is a prime example of how they assassinate the members of Congress and make it look like an accident. It's just basically a bunch of miscalculated calculations of like, oh, it's just happy accident that this thing went in this hole instead of the other one that led to the, like, just a long case of that perpetual motion machine that you like hit the domino and it hits the sword that cuts the rope that pours the glass of water that outweighs the scale, and the butterfly effect thing. Forget the Gutenberg machine, whatever. But that's how they'll do it. They'll resurrect your dead fan. They'll do whatever. They know your deepest, darkest. I thought an idea, David, and I'm sorry, but I thought this idea once that of writing like a science fiction novel or a book or a movie, or I had like a vision in my brain that the prisons of the future will just be robots with computer screens, and they'll come down and they'll just zap you with like your worst fears or like your biggest regret. And it will just be like, because they psychologically can trap you. They don't even need walls on the prison. They'll just come down and boom, zap you with fucking.
Well, they don't need prisons when they have pods, Ryan. Not super relevant, but figure it's worth noting. Shia LaBeouf is super underrated.
Actor of a generation, not like not the best, but very, very. He's up there, man.
Brian, you sent me this video. I'm gonna put it up.
Producer God, right? Shadow in the cloud. I got nothing. I can't hear you. Can't see it, boys. I can see it. I can't see the video.
You can't see the video?
No. Your audio went out too.
What if I told you that I definitely played it?
Oh, I didn't see it.
I'm gonna say I played it. You're gonna have to just deal with it. We'll know on the playback, Ryan. One of us is right now. One of us is wrong.
Hold it up on the screen. Can you show it on your phone?
Can I show it on my phone?
Yeah, look at that black. Yeah, on the screen.
You don't see anything right now.
I see 0.
Are you serious? Like, it's literally right above me.
Geoengineering, boys.
It's really fucking me up. I don't understand.
It's like a 35-second clip.
Dude, it's gonna be pretty. Hold on.
The playback would be dope if it's there, though. It would just cement your producing legacy, David.
It's there. Listen. Whoa. Hey. Here. It's like the thing I played, but Ryan can see it.
Yeah, in that video, there's like a black shadow of the cloud. In the cloud. Like it was like a separate cloud that was black. And I was going through videos and stuff today, and I just happened to come across. I forgot I took the video. I probably took it meaning to use it in the pod one day. I don't think I ever incorporated it, but I just thought it was very interesting that, this was this past summer. I'm all over the place as far as my working environment, so I see a lot of different landscapes. Most people work inside, let's be honest. You may look out the window, but I literally am outside 85% of my day at my job. I notice stuff. I look up. I love God. I love the sun. I try to see the sun and the moon every day. I've been making it a practice for years now to look up at least twice a day, one in the morning, one at night. I try to get the sunset every morning, the sunrise and sunset type shit. But yeah, for whatever reason that day, whatever they had, whatever the atmospheric conditions, David, that allowed for a black phantom shadow trail fake geoengineered cloud to exist was gnarly. This is very similar of like when I came on here and told you about the homes I was building that were $220,000 for half a house and a duplex, and then the other half was $220,000. It's $500,000 in one house, and then we see the explosion on the podcast of all these other things. And these are obviously metrics we catch after, because all the metrics need to be collaborated and gathered for numbers to be told. But as a construction worker, I see things before most people do because I build them. So it's very interesting.
I wonder if you showed that to all the people who think like chemtrails are conspiracies, for example. If they would just tell you they're natural cloud formations, because that's what they always like to say. Yeah,
or that was edited. Like I'd love to know. There's a shadow in the fucking cloud.
Dude,
that
edited. Look up.
The shit's so thick. Like whatever we're in is so thick that it made a shadow in the stuff in the air, like the particulate in the air. Like it's casting a natural shadow from the sun. In the video, the sun is fucking right there. Like it's right there.
Conspiracy. Dude, look.
Put on your mask, though, for that forest fire in Canada.
Do this. You'll see them. They're everywhere.
They spray them while you're at work.
Those are natural cloud formations.
They
Really, a
put 'em
straight line?
while
The
you're at
whole
work.
sky?
While you're at work, David. Before sunrise is whack when they're just fucking smoking the horizon. Like, what are we doing, dude?
Right, the teacher wage gap. You sent this to me. I'm not going to put the actual article up, but I will say this. I have asked multiple AI sources, Ryan, and I just want to be sure. It says the teacher wage gap refers to the difference in earnings between public school teachers and other college-educated professionals with similar qualifications. Here's a concise overview. Now, the thing we learned from the gender pay gap is that on its surface it was true, and if you did 12 seconds of research, you could easily figure out why, on average, females made less than men. And it's because they did different work. Right? So...
Or worked overtime at the same job.
Or worked overtime or whatever. They worked longer hours. They didn't take off for, having a child, which I get it. You should take off for
or vacation. Or just vacation.
In the first place. You just have children. Yes, vacationing and all these other things. Men on average take less sick days. Men on average work longer hours. Men on average stay at the job longer and have more experience. Men on average perform better at the job. Men on average perform different jobs that are
pay higher
trades and have on average higher salaries, right? Like, it took 30 seconds to take the gender wage gap and be like, this whole thing is fucking bullshit. The whole thing's bullshit. On its surface, it's true. Then you give context. Now you see why. And the teacher wage gap, I'm assuming, can do the same thing, because what it even says is that teachers make less than other college educated professionals with similar qualifications. What are the similar qualifications? I think that matters. We're just saying because these two people went to college, they should make the same. Is that really what we're saying?
That's the problem with the education sector, David. They don't, for as much value as they spout, because their value is the children, right? Which is, you can't like put a dollar value on kids. I think it's real hard for them to see. It's like the nose despite your face thing. It's really hard for you to see the value in your own labor and recognize what it is compared to other people's labor when it compares to actual tangible assets. Do I think teachers should make more? They probably should make more. Do I think everybody should make more? Yes. Like, that's also part of this argument, is like, doesn't everybody not keep up with inflation because the government's a fucking printing press machine?
Well, and don't forget, yes, if you were to ever tie wages to inflation, I've said this forever. If you ever tied wages to inflation, you would have a cyclical thing that would become hyperinflation in no time, because the wages will constantly rise to account for the inflation, which will then create higher prices, aka inflation, which will then create higher wages, which will then create higher prices, which will then create higher wages, and it'll create higher prices.
Yeah, you're just printing money to use more to buy. It's just less to get less. It's more to get less.
Yes, there's a reason your great-grandfather bought a house on one salary, and why two of you now can't even afford rent. It's inflation. Inflation is the invisible tax nobody talks about. Inflation is, you can blame it for just about everything in the economy. Inflation is the number one killer of the economy. Inflation is the reason everyone complains.
Presidents can't outdo it. Yeah, presidents can't outdo it. Foreign policy can't outdo it. You will never stop. There's nothing geopolitical, cultural, religious that will stop a printing press and a banker. You have to remove them from legality. We have to legally remove fucking the banks from power or whatever to stop inflation, basically.
Unplug the printing presses, unplug the Fed. It ain't working. But with that said, Ryan, here's again, I guarantee if we sat here and did a deep dive on all these different professions that everybody's talking about, here's the thing with teachers. If you were to break down the amount of hours they worked in the year and their salary, they probably have a higher hourly rate than some of these other positions that are making more because they're working 60 more days in a different skilled trade. College.
Yeah, like I have to work all year to make what my family makes in 9 months.
Sure. So that's not a wage gap. That's a he works more than you gap. And again, I'm not, like you said, do teachers deserve to be paid more? Probably. I don't know. I wouldn't make the case they should be paid less. I do make the case that their wage should be directly tied to production and performance, which that'll never happen because of a teacher union. I would gladly today take this. I will tie your teacher wage. I could. Oh man, I would love to do this. Someone put me in charge of the Department of Education that Trump killed. I will tie teacher wages. First of all, the teachers union, like I said, has to go away. I will tie teacher wages to performances, graduation rates, literacy rates, test scores, all this stuff. And if you hit every mark, we'd sit down and figure out what all the marks are. But if you hit every mark, you'd have incentive bonuses, and say you could make up to $250,000 a year. That sounds pretty good. Could you imagine a teacher making $250,000 a year, working 9 months a year? That's pretty crazy. You know what the stipulation is? Your base salary sucks. Go earn it.
You know, well, then they got to work, David. But they just think working.
You make $30K a year. That's your base salary. Go fucking earn the rest.
Yeah, they think earning is teaching kids to read from a book and help them through problem solving. But it's weird because when they get on a job site with me and these kids like, sure, you fucking are 99 student. I've had this happen. The guy doesn't know how a screwdriver works.
Sure.
And then, better yet, his dad was so nice to him that he doesn't really understand the world, and he has a misperception of how like men are because his dad is just super awesome and super nice and loving and caring and grew up in a good home with married parents. And it's like, dude, that's not out here. Like what you think you're fucking walking out, and then you gotta get real life education from me. I'll never forget, I met this Christian boy. Oh man, it was so funny. He was like the second coming of Christ, he thought, man. I was like, dude, have you ever worked before? He's like, no, it's my first job. I was like, your first whole job ever? He's like, yeah, I've never done like anything to get paid. I've helped family and stuff. I work in my church. I'm like, oh, dude, that's really cool, man. It's, I was like, but I don't know if you want me to be the first person you ever work with. Like
what was he doing there? Like basic, like was he cleaning up after everybody or like?
No, he's doing real electrical work.
He's touching wires.
Yeah, oh yeah.
First
they weren't
job, never had a job.
Never had a job. Showed out. Second coming of Christ.
All right, sure.
All right, sling dick, dude.
All right, you do you, man. Love it.
Honestly, he hooked up RTU, so all you had to do was mount the thing, put 3 wires in, run the wire to a box. Really not that hard. If you can't fucking do that, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I get it. It doesn't sound bad, but at the same time, like something about your first job.
Landing wires in a fucking 277 volt.
Yeah, I need you pushing carts somewhere. I need you fucking picking up
mopping a floor.
Yeah, I need you doing bitch work. You got to do bitch work, and then you can come touch wires. I just, it's not something about that is off.
Whack, dude. I don't work there anymore.
But Ryan, I don't. This clip came out, and man, the World Economic Forum. They're like every evil, like in any dystopian movie, they're like every evil, like leadership group. Like they're the worst. They're the worst. These people should not be allowed to get together and talk about fucking how they're gonna inject everybody and all this shit. It's just madness. Here, I'm just gonna leave it there and play this.
In our nation and globally, did we solve that? Like, did we actually manage to vaccinate everyone in the world? No. So highlighting water as global commons and what it means to work together and see it both out of that kind of global commons perspective, but also the self-interest perspective, because it does have that parallel. It's not only important, but it's also important because we haven't managed to solve those problems, which had similar attributes. And water is something that people understand. Climate change is a bit abstract. Some people understand it really well. Some understand it a bit. Some just don't understand it. Water. Every kid knows how important it is to have water. When you're playing football and you're thirsty, you need water. So there's also something about really getting citizen engagement around this and really, in some ways, experimenting with this notion of the common good. Can we actually deliver this time in ways that we have failed miserably other times? And hopefully we won't keep failing on the other things. But anyway, in our nation.
You didn't fail, you didn't have the authority, and you didn't have the things in place needed to come for water, you fucking bitch. You think I'm going to sit by and think, what do you mean? Because you didn't vaccinate anybody that you're acting like it didn't work? Some countries, 95%
Didn't
of
vaccinate
certain age groups.
everybody, she said.
Yeah.
Was that a goal of theirs? Did they think they were going to get everybody vaccinated? Every person on Earth?
They knew
and
they
why?
weren't.
Why, Ryan? Why are they so hell-bent on getting everyone vaccinated with the COVID jab?
David, they knew they weren't. That's why there was the psychological tropes to test neighbors and make thought police and gaslighting and political Stockholm syndrome, which has been coined by Dave and I. And then you see this psychotic shit. Oh, who died and made you fucking Water King? Seriously, you weren't elected. You are not elected. There is no global governments. I'm pretty sure the United States is a sovereign country, David, last I checked. We have democracy. And global treaties are not supposed to be tied to the United States. I don't care. This is crazyville. The point I'm saying all that, they were always going to come for water. They just had to get you on all the other stuff. Because look at all the stuff you gave up for climate change and COVID. How much is really left to give up? Really, what's left to give up?
Ryan, Kevin did a whole episode about them controlling our food.
Yeah, what's left to give up? Like, what civil liberties do you think you really have that you have to give up yet? What an autonomous thing do you don't own? They think your kids, they own your kids. New York State passed it in this past month that will go into effect this next fiscal year that all children 21 years and younger have automatic health care covered by the state up until the age of 21 years old.
21? 21 is absurd.
The point in universal basic income was always for the government to say that, well, we have an invested interest in you, just like the military does when you're in the military. You can't even get sunburn in the military. What do you think the government's going to do when they've put all their experimental vaccines in you and say, we've put $10,000 in experiments to keep you alive and safe from all this natural dangers that are out there? This doesn't seem too far off. It's not that this is what they're doing, people. The fact is this is what they can do. Okay? Just like the Constitution, it didn't list the powers of the government. No. The laws that founded this country were made out of restriction, not about reach of power. The Constitution limited government. It did not expand government. It said this is the constraint. These are the edges. You cannot cross them, shall not be infringed. That's it.
Shall make no laws.
Shall not be infringed. It says it in the document that all these people swear on. The goal was always to get your water because just like she knew, even children know. So they're going to listen to the person with all the water. Tim Pool said it during COVID. You can't eat toilet paper. Just so you guys know, you can go 7 days. What is it? 7 seconds or 7 minutes without oxygen. This without this. You can't go without water. You can go like a month without food. You can't go without water. You might be starved and down to like 5% of your fucking body weight, but you won't be dead. Dehydration, you die though within a week or whatever it is. The goal was always water, just like the goal was always to get rid of the United States. And the way they had to do that was make global treaties. That's the way you get rid of elected governments and sovereign states, is you make the world and states around the sovereign states stronger and more collective than the state itself. This isn't that hard. I'm not here to be a history teacher, but they're coming after my water. Years ago here, by the Great Lakes, David, the United States, Canada, and all the states involved, New York, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, they all joined like the Great Lakes Water Coalition or something. And that was a regional effort to make the Great Lakes, the power of those bodies of water, stay in the region. Now, I talk a lot of shit about government, but that's what government is for. It's the largest freshwater body on Earth, and it's 10 minutes from my house. I always heard that we'd have to fight over the water in these lakes in my lifetime. Niagara Falls is literally the natural wonder of the world, freshwater waterfall. 40 minutes from me, 35 minutes. It's crazy. The goal was always to come for the water. They will blockade your water. They will take all the water out of tops. If you think you're going to go there and buy bottled water, they will take it all. Say eminent domain. Because all the FEMA camp orders, I've said this on the podcast. You can go onto a list and look at all the FEMA camp orders that take away your civil liberties. People have compiled a list. They'll list your civil liberty or whatever you're supposed to be able to do, and they'll list the FEMA camp that will remove it from you. The water was always in there. The government owns all the airwaves, the waterways, the seaways, the landways, the highways. All roads lead back to Rome indeed, David.
Yeah.
I heard a thing today. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I want to close it out with this this Benny Johnson clip, and then we can head out. But I'd like to see him do better here. Because Ryan, personally, I know if you had this tiffed with Chris Cuomo about Andrew Cuomo, you would have annihilated him on this topic. So it's really disappointing to see this go down. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I thought he did fucking awful. Here is Benny Johnson, Chris Cuomo talking about Andrew Cuomo killing old people.
Whoa, I don't think we want to talk about overinflated numbers or why some of those numbers, especially in nursing homes, got so high.
Well,
I don't think we want to go.
Well, why do you think they got high in nursing homes? You had old people there.
There was no reason that they should be putting people that were sick with a respiratory virus in nursing homes.
Oh, where would you put them, Benny? Where would you put them?
The single. This question's not up to me.
Oh, no, Benny, don't fuck around. Listen, hold on. You want to be a black-shirted guy. So where do you put them?
For it.
Oh, really? Because you were going to build facilities during COVID for people.
Didn't they build facilities in New York?
No, they brought a tanker ship. So you wanted to put old people on a tanker ship when their home was the nursing home. The hospitals were told, you can't keep old people here. There's too much risk, which was true. You had to return them to where they went for residences. Where was that? The nursing home. The families, if they could take them, would take them. If there was an alternative, it was there. That's why every state that was told to do this by the federal government did it the same way. You see, Benny, gotcha is a short-sighted strategy.
Was it gotcha?
Q-tip, nursing homes. Dude, I get what you do, Benny.
You know, Chris Cuomo, I think I said this during the PBD interview, that he's rather intelligent.
Yes. By the way, we tore Chris Cuomo apart on the PBD interview.
On what basis? Yeah, well, the thing a little bit about this exchange, his little he's a little mob run. I like that. He's got, you thought you were a black shirt guy. Oh, I thought you were part of the crew. I thought you were a cool dude wearing a black shirt like me, right? And then at the end there, oh, the good old Q-tip, the gotcha moment, a short sight, like all those little. Don't be bringing your fucking news speak bullshit into my podcast environment and Dave's pod. We worked hard to fucking people worked hard to have their own little shit that wasn't little sticks from the fucking mainstream. Don't bring the shit over here. I don't appreciate that. But be honest, because you told me, everybody told me, quite frankly, David, that the alternative media is a fucking joke. And now I'm watching all the people flee the mainstream media to have their own media sites. Isn't that weird? I told you, we literally told you, like, hey, man, there's like a lot of good stuff. People told. Do you remember when people didn't trust you because you were a citizen journal? Like, dude, I saw this thing online. No, wait. And now, like, you show somebody a TikTok, they're like, dude, that's fucking sweet. Isn't it weird how, like, the zeitgeist just
completely shifted? Complete 180. Like, complete.
Completely. This is like what, like, I don't know what Nietzsche would say about this, but he'd be like, dude, Zara fucked up. Like, there'd be problems. Like, a real, like, Carl Jung would be looking at some of this, like, what is going on here? Like, this is interesting. This is really interesting. Now, granted, this happened every time in human history. It's human behavior. I understand that. But, like, you can track, like, humans have never had history in their pocket like this. Like, you can track what they say. You can punch it in Grok, pull up the last 50 things he said publicly in order and time. This is crazy. Andrew Cuomo, regardless of not of what he wants to do, intentionally kept people in nursing homes that were sick. He did it on purpose. It wasn't directed by the federal government. It was his operation. It was the CDC's blah. No. It was a New York State thing. In compliance with the CDC, I'm sure, David. I know people working at nursing homes at that time. I heard the stories. You let people die. There's no cop-out. This isn't a gotcha moment. This is government fucked up. Government negligence led to the death of people. Just admit it. I'm not asking. I'm not telling. I'm not suggesting. That's what happened. That's literally it. People died alone. Old people lived their whole lives. Died alone in a nursing home. Clutching for... I know someone, Nancy, friend of the show. She went to nursing homes during COVID and would sing them Christian. They would just sing songs to these people because they weren't allowed to have people. You abuse these old people. Melody's grandmother died during COVID. She couldn't die with anybody there. Nobody could go see their grandmother die. It's fucking tragic. We're just supposed to accept, no. Where's the pain and suffering? Where's the calamity? Where's the cash out? You'll sue the fuck out of everything else for all the other reasons. You'll sue for defamation of character, but I can't be mad about murder and neglect and government incompetence and abuse? There's a term for this. Government murder of a citizen. There's a term. Governed side or something. It's like regicide, homicide, patricide. No, Chris Cuomo, it's not a gotcha moment. It's that you got caught from fucking up and you tried burying it under legal weed.
Which, by the way, Chris Cuomo, as a media person, did cover up for his own brother.
Literally covered up for his brother. Literally in real time. You can track it. I cover the news. We caught you. Gotcha, Chris. Benny Johnson Chris Cuomo try to gain on. You know, these people are only friends for audience, right? You know that, guys, right? Like, it's just like when WWE fighters were talking shit to each other, then they're all eating breakfast at the next morning at the hotel together. This is like the showbiz aspect of it. And then it got a little gangster at the end there because they don't like... That's why it went that way. They're not friendly. They're not on these shows because they're nice to each other. This is what you do. This is part of the business. That's why I'm saying don't come over here, Chris Cuomo, with your fucking gotcha. Fuck you, dude. We got our own little nomenclature in here. Chats, one's in the chat. Don't be no. Like there's a culture on the internet of like news reporting. There's a culture on the internet of how information is exchanged. There's a culture on the internet with Dave and Ryan, December 1773. Like, that's the fucking point of it.
I also take issue. I take issue with one thing here too, because what Chris says to him, he doesn't deny the death of people's grandparents. What he says is, well, what would you have done? And this is common in the Israel debate. This is very common. Anytime you accuse Israel of genocide of the Palestinians, well, what would you do? Well, I guess I wouldn't do anything. I don't know, because every place in the Gaza Strip was booby trapped. So I guess I would have to do the same thing, wouldn't I?
Well, all the buildings were booby trapped.
All of them. Every one of them.
All the old people had COVID, David. What else am I going to do with them?
Yeah.
Well, they all had COVID because you put the sick ones in there. You put the sick ones in there. It gave the not sick ones the sick shit.
Not to mention the fact. Can we go all the way back? Can we go all the way back? We paid for COVID. The federal government paid to create COVID in a lab in China, lied about it. It spread across the world, and we said, by the way, you have to get a mandatory vaccine. The girl at the World Economic Forum
not mandatory, David. We never enforced it. There was no enforcement for the vaccine. We just made it socially fucking impossible to do anything. It's not like you could go to a sports game, David.
The girl at the World Economic Forum is so distraught that not every person was vaccinated.
God forbid I have body and autonomy. My body, my choice with a clump of cells, but if I claim ownership over my own cells, David, it's a problem.
My body, my choice. Got to kill 50% of the kids. Oh, sorry, that's just in the UK. 28% of Gen Z. Well, that's only an estimate based on how many.
Really, it's really that many?
Gen Z.
Really, that many? Yeah, look, we got fucking plastic in our bodies. Yes, it's that much. It's that much parts per billion. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Sure, you got all that stuff sucked out of your blood, didn't you, you rich piece of shit? Because you knew about the microplastics. That's why you said don't worry about it. Dave, I have a theory on all these sports drinks. I told you about Element, right? The salt one.
Doesn't sound familiar, but maybe.
Maybe I have one handy. LMNT, Element. Instead of, this is basically like a water, like an electrolyte drink. Mm-hmm. But instead of being sugar-based or zero sugar-based, like Propel and Gatorade and every other one, it's salt-based, David. But I thought salt, David, this has 1,000 milligrams of sodium in it. I thought salt was bad for you, David. I thought it gave you a heart attack. I thought it dehydrated you. How can it rehydrate me? Dave, years ago when I was a painter, I was having a real hard time working those hell shifts in the summer. 14 hours, 90-degree heat, standing next to an oven, sanding cars with a mask on. It's daunting. Real mask
that's fitted to your face, and you can't have facial hair.
Yes. Like if I don't wear the shit, I die. Like I get cancer. I'm inhalating cancer, literally. I'm spraying hazardous chemicals. If I don't wear gloves, it will eat my skin, literally. So I went home. This was before ChatGPT, David, and I had to research what actually happens when you get dehydrated and how you sweat and what sweating is and basically what you need to rejuvenate your hydration, like what you need to get rehydrated is sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Those are the three, along with water, yes. But the actual minerals, that's why they always said if you just drink regular water, you won't get rehydrated. You need the electrolytes. Electrolytes, particularly salt, which is an electrolyte, sodium, magnesium, and potassium. Sodium is salt, magnesium, whatever nutrient that is, but potassium you get from bananas. Mm-hmm. So I would always bring to basil, I would always bring bananas, and I'd always eat pretzels or popcorn. And then I would eat a lot of protein, and then I would drink a lot of water. So they now have these packets that you add. Okay, but you can only buy them in like a box. But I've been noticing when you go to like gas stations and like Wegmans and Tops, they have the liquid IV packs out that are they're just like these, but they're the sugar-based ones or the zero sugar-based ones. I cannot drink zero sugar sweets. I know I told you guys about this. I have digestion issues. So I have to drink sugar, which you don't want to drink a lot of sugar, right? So these, I love these. They taste great. I prefer these over Gatorade. They're expensive. They only come in packs. You can't buy them in cans yet. The point I'm saying all that is that I noticed earlier, it was earlier in the week, that I haven't seen these at like checkouts because I'm like, I have to walk the store to find them in like a fucking dairy supplement aisle or a fucking, it's on like a cap or a bookend. It's advertised. They have a big bookend at Target. I found these ones at. But it's not like up at the register. And why couldn't they just sell singles of these at the registers next to a bottle of water? They do it for liquid IV and 5-hour energy and all these other things. It hit me. Do you know why, David? It says right on here, sodium. People would, half-educated people, would look, why is there sodium in a electrolyte drink mix? And then they would start doing digging that salt is actually it is the quintessential thing required. Sodium is the number one nutrient required in cellular communication. So like the electricity that goes through your body that all your cells talk with electromagnetically, the molecule that, because once again, electricity isn't real. What you see as electric is actually bouncing off all the molecules in the air or the calcium deposit, whatever the fuck it is, the iron in the air, the little fragments. It's bouncing around the sodium. It's bouncing around the magnesium. It's bouncing around the potassium. It's like a little electroconductor inside. That's how the cell works, right? But it would get people looking into salt, that salt is not bad for you. And then it would shatter the entire dairy industry, the nutrition industry. It'd shatter all those years, all those heart doctors that said don't eat eggs because of cholesterol. Too much salt will raise your cholesterol. Why am I drinking sodium packets? To get hydrated. Oh, and don't tell me it's I'm young and X, Y, and Z. Everybody's dropping dead of myocarditis. I don't want to hear it that I'm young. I get my blood pressure checked. It's perfect.
They would probably tell you it's a different kind of salt, Ryan.
I literally, there's only one type of sodium, David. I literally, all of it is, it's fake sodium. It's all sodium derivative. I'm a chemist, David. I was a chemist for my day job for many years. I know how chemistry
to your point,
works.
what they would end up researching is realizing that
doctors lied to them their whole fucking life because I need salt to fucking live. And you told me to stop eating it. Now, granted, don't go to McDonald's and just on your French fries. It's the fucking fries. It's not the salt. Been saying it for years. It's in packets. And then I have to wonder why the fuck I can't get this. The main reason I thought of this is because I was pissed. I had to walk around the fucking store. I'm like, this shit should be right there. There's liquid IV. There's fucking Propel packets. Where the fuck's the Element? Oh, that's right. It's salt-based. It's not sugar-based. It's not fake sugar-based either. The zero sugar industry, David, that's the next big farm is the big zero.
It's worse than real sugar.
It's worse, and it's 100% man-made so they can capitalize on the profits because it's not even real sugar. They don't even got to fucking mine it. They just make some fucking slurry and shove it in your drink and call it sugar because your body can't tell the difference. Yes, it can. It can. Can't tell the difference, but it can unzip DNA perfectly and zip it back together. You're out of your fucking...
I think cancer is your body telling the difference.
Yeah, you're fucking out of your mind, people. Salt is the number one nutrient. Don't let them tell you any different. I've been saying it for years. Eat fucking salted meat. Drink your milk. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I showed you the shadow chemtrail. I seen fucking fifth dimension chemtrail, Dave. The aliens are leaving chemtrails from the other side. Space chemtrails. I caught them on camera. Interdimensional chemtrails. That's all they get here. Reptilians. I'll say this and then I'll get out of here. Leonardo da Vinci, David. I ran into some shit about that motherfucker. I heard today. You know, I told you I wouldn't have dinner with anybody but Jesus. Because we have ChatGPT now. Da Vinci would be up there. I got to love with you. I heard today that Leonardo da Vinci used to be able to write and paint a painting at the same time with opposite hands and do them.
Fucking crazy.
Unbelievable, right? Like he was also big on the mirrored reverse writing and fine. I asked the ChatGPT, its estimated IQ was in like 180s to 200s. You know, they basically, from all of my learnings today, Leonardo da Vinci was more intelligent than Einstein and Oppenheimer.
Holy shit.
How the fuck did that guy live in Florence? If Elon Musk is a weirdo, right? Seriously, think about it. These high IQ people are awkward as fuck. This guy's just sitting in a fucking warehouse, just painting and drawing at the same time. What is that like to be that guy? That's crazy. So, David, like everything else I do, I try to understand the neurobiology to some of this stuff. And I ask, like, what in your, basically, how was he able to do that biochemically? Like, what in his brain allowed him to do? Because those are very opposite things. They tell you the human brain can't multitask. So it's called bilateral integration is the name of it. And it's basically you take your brain, your left and right hemisphere, which for most people is separate. Your logic operates on one side of your brain. Creativity comes from another side, and that's where the left-right hemisphere brains. Your emotions is this, and your art is this. That's why when you're using your right hand, you're engaging. Bilateral integration has been studied. They've caught it on MRI scans. This isn't pseudoscience. I asked for all the back science and all the studies. It's real. That's what he was doing. So Leonardo was basically like neuroplasticitying in 1400 to make himself a fucking genius. Like literally. And David, you know what's crazy about hearing that story about Leonardo being able to do two things at once? Is I remember all those podcasts and all those raps I did while I was driving. And I realized just my level of my bilateral integration. So what it was cool was that I made the joke at the beginning of the podcast that I am the Leonardo da Vinci. And I've also half egotistic David and half joking that I have the greatest imagination to ever exist. But that's literally because I birthed the motherfucker. I drew and I painted at the same time. I wrote and I did this. I drove and podcast. And I'm not saying that you're going to go home and just do it and stumble onto it. Maybe I just started doing it all those years ago because I'm naturally creative. I get that fine. I'm not saying everybody needs to do this either because quite frankly, I drive myself fucking crazy being able to focus on like 2 or 3 things at once. I was told it's ADHD. I'm told that I can't practice or can't focus or I have no patience or I have lack of this, when in reality, all I had was a different type of way of thinking. My mind is literally wired a different way. It's called bilateral integration. I've taken the left and the right half of my brain and I've smashed it together and I have verifiable proof. I can show you freestyle video after freestyle video. And that's basically what Da Vinci was doing in the 1400s. So once again, Dave Ryan, December 1773. Catch us on Rumble for the greatest podcast in all of human history. As always, David, I appreciate you most for your time. And I will see everybody tomorrow for the
Thanks,
West
everyone.
Station.
Thanks, Ryan.